The price came out some time ago. Deliveries will begin April 22. The bikes are in the showrooms and you can go look at them. But today, we're in Singapore. We're riding the Harley-Davidson Street Rod. The Street Rod is the second bike from the Street 750 platform and is also made in India at Harley-Davidson's factory in Bawal, Haryana. It presents the idea of a more aggressive design, mixing details from the dragster, cafe racer and other genres. And in intent, just like the Street 750, it is meant to be a friendly motorcycle that works the urban jungle and appeals to the new rider on a budget. But as much as the Street 750 and the new Street Rod are from the same family, there is a lot of new stuff on this bike. And let's start with the engine. So that's the new high output Revolution X, still a 750, counterbalanced, liquid cooled. The fuel injection system has been updated. This is a new bigger airbox. In the process, it makes 11% more horsepower. I don't know what the number is because Harley-Davidson never reveals it. It also makes more torque, and on the move you can immediately feel that this engine is better at playing in the street than the Street 750 used to be. It is, in that sense, a high output engine. Part of the high output comes from the fact that Harley-Davidson has raised the compression ratio from 12:1, they've raised the red line by 1000 RPM, and the engine uses high lift cams with longer duration. The flip side of that is one of the issues that we're looking to dissect when we road test this motorcycle: heat. The Street Rod produces a lot of heat and the left thigh runs very close to the rear cylinder, and it's uncomfortable when you're stopped in traffic. The new engine is mounted in a new frame that is an evolution of the Street 750. The wheelbase is smaller and the ride height has been increased. But let's start at the front of the motorcycle. So it's practically a new front end, 43mm upside down forks, twin discs, a new fender, new speed screen and all of that. But let's just talk about the brakes. Now the brakes were the one area of the Street 750 that came in for a lot of criticism. Now both this and the Street 750 have ABS, but this has twin discs, and what I like about it is they're not a very aggressive pair of discs. It's a very friendly feel. So when you get on it, there's a lot of bite, there's a lot of force, but not enough to scare a new rider. And because the steering geometry has been taken in, the front end is actually close to you, so you get a fair amount of feedback. It doesn't feel like it's going to lock up. It's hard to see from there, and we'll try and overlay a detail on it, but if you notice, this bike has really ornate alloy wheels and they look really good too. Let's focus on the things that are new in the chassis that make a big difference. One is that the steering geometry is tighter, the other is that the ride height is higher. The combination is a motorcycle that responds to steering inputs very quickly and it falls to lean angles very nicely. Now, there is 10 degrees more lean angle roughly on both sides, and that means scraping things is a little bit harder to do than the Street 750. So the net result is that the Street Rod feels more on it. You can corner it harder, it slices through traffic better. It's a lot of fun. Visually, the Harley-Davidson Street Rod is finally the motorcycle the Street 750 should have been. Most of the finish issues from the Street 750 have been eliminated, and the result is a bike that looks and feels more expensive by miles. I also like this new design because it sets a more distinctive tone than the neutral and subtle Street 750. So this one is easy. The Street Rod is better than the Street 750 in every imaginable way. So for 85,000 rupees more than the Street 750, if this is your budget, a Harley-Davidson is what you want, that's the one to get.